Hello, I'm Peter Whittle of the New Culture Forum. In the recent government reshuffle, Nadine Dorries was appointed as the new Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport. Her appointment was met with disdain, mockery and outrage by a liberal arts establishment who, while instinctively opposed to anything coming from a Conservative government, even one in name only such as this, also sensed that she was not one of them. That might well prove to be her strength. But we could be forgiven for thinking that, frankly, given the record of this government, her appointment will make little difference. She has in the past spoken out on the BBC and the licence fee, and this is one of the crucial areas now under her remit. But we're talking about a government who talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk. After all, it even quietly abandoned its stated aim to decriminalise the licence fee. Yet what happens politically in the area of culture and broadcasting is of absolutely crucial importance to us. We are in the midst of an intense cultural onslaught on all sides, one which will define the direction of this country for generations to come. Despite the odd statement and the token piece of legislation, there is still no sense that this government has the understanding, or more importantly, the courage to take on those who, piece by piece, want to undermine and dismantle not just the culture of this country, but Western civilization itself. Take just two very recent examples, both emanating from the world of classical music, which is currently under siege by the so-called decolonizers. The English touring opera company recently effectively fired 14 of its musicians, all white, in order to comply with diversity guidelines issued by the Arts Council. In a nutshell, these musicians have not had their contracts renewed because they were the wrong colour. That such a thing could happen is astonishing, yet there has not been a squeak from this government. In such cases, public money should be withdrawn, and the Arts Council, which is more motivated by social engineering than artistic excellence, and receives millions from the taxpayer, should be abolished. Just a few days after this, it was reported that a highly respected senior musical scholar, Paul Harper-Scott, had quit the Royal Holloway College over its increasingly ideological drive to decolonise the teaching of classical music, stating that one outcome could be that music departments stopped teaching Beethoven or Bach because they were the products of an imperial society. This is an example of the full-scale attack on the foundations of our culture. It offers nothing except nihilism and destruction, and you can see where it is going. All of the great achievements of Western culture could be delegitimised as having simply been produced during a certain era. Why not cancel Charles Dickens? He was writing, after all, during an age of imperial power. Or the engineering works of Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I'm not being fanciful here, because if statues can be pulled down, why not structures or buildings? This is not only an attack on our cultural heritage, it's also an attack on excellence and beauty. But we ourselves do have more power than maybe we think we do, certainly in the absence of a strong government. If we are opera lovers, we can choose not to buy tickets for that touring opera company while they have in place that policy. We can, if we want, not go to the British Library, not use its facilities, if it insists on decolonising its collection using taxpayers' money. We can stop watching dramas on television which just simply are there as means of delivering social messages. And the same goes for film. In other words, we can withdraw our support in that way. This is extremely powerful, and it's a tool that we actually do have. We do have a government which is weak and which does not respond to the desires and the cares of the ordinary public of Great Britain. But we have this sort of power, the power of seats, of tickets, of viewing figures, and we can use that. And I believe increasingly, as this cultural onslaught intensifies, that's exactly what we should do. Thank you.